Hey, how's it going, everyone? I just wanted to do a little video here of my bike. I don't see very many people do these for these little bikes here, especially the mini motards. I mean, there's plenty of videos of them racing around on tracks and stuff like that, but nobody really goes in depth of what parts are on their bikes or how they set it up and why they set it up and all that kind of thing. You can go on the forums and get plenty of information, and I'm no way, shape, and form an expert, but I'm just going to kind of go over this, and maybe this video will help expose some people to these little bikes and how much fun they are too. But anyways, this is a 2004 KLX110. It's completely customized. If you set a stock picture of one of these next to this one, you'd definitely be able to tell. Obviously, the wheels and tires have been switched out for mini Supermoto setup. The wheels and tires are actually from K&J Racing Solutions. They're called Gator rims with a Z on the end. And then the front is a 12 by 2.15, and then the rear is a 12 by 2.5, and then Midas tires. It's MITAS, and they're medium compound tires. They're really sticky tires, and they stick really good. We've been racing these bikes throughout the winter, and the place we run at isn't heated on the race surface, so and we've been able to, the guys with these tires have been able to stay on their bikes pretty good. You know, you figured you'd be falling off and a lot more with that cold of a temperature, but they seem to be doing pretty good. And then I actually just bought the rim kit with the spokes and the tires separate, and I just cut the dirt setup off of my hubs and respoked them and had them trued and everything, and then went and paid somebody to put the tires on, because I'm not fighting with them little bastards to get on the rim. But oh, definitely worth it. They're kind of expensive, but you can run the stock rear rim size like you would on the front, but I just prefer to do everything the way, quote unquote, you should. But furthermore, let's just kind of go through the bike. The motor is the stock cases for the KLX110, but I took the crankshaft out and put a 55mm stroker. I bought a new cylinder head kit from I think it was Trail Bikes, and it's a V2 head with a 143 bore. So combine that with a stroker, you've got a 155cc, and then it comes with a 26mm Mikuni. I had another race head on here. It was a Kamikaze big valve head, and it had a lot of low end grunt, and I seem to have lost a lot of that, but it all moved it to the mid-range and then to the top end, and it's a crazy amount more power, but it's not so much on the low end anymore. So I went up a few teeth in the rear to help out, because the stock's a 33 and I've got a 37 rear, so it seems to be perfect for the kart track that I'm at, that's got like basically two long straights on the outsides and then a few little turns in the middle. So it seems to be good. You can just keep it in second gear pretty much the whole way around, except for on the back straight I can shift into third if I'm really trying to keep up with somebody, but I'm pretty new with it, so there's guys a lot faster than me or whatnot, but it's definitely a learning curve. But going on, the rear swing arm is, I can't remember the brand, but it's like the Two Brothers ones and billet wear, and it might be one of those. I just can't remember it offhand. I think it might be a Seeks 110, but it's a 2-inch extended swing arm, aluminum. Factory there are metal, and they add a lot of aesthetics, let alone you know, the benefit of a little bit longer swing arm, especially with that amount of horsepower that this thing's pushing. Somewhere, I'm gonna guess between 15 to 18 horsepower, because the old setup I had, we actually dynoed it at right at 12, and it's got you can just tell it's got a hell of a lot more power with this new setup. But anyways, so I got that custom swing arm. It's got a BBR CRF style chain guide, Another thing that's nice about these swing arms, it's more of a full-size dirt bike style when it comes to the chain adjusters and the axle blocks in there. It's just a lot easier and a lot more durable than I think from the stock KLX110 chain adjusters. They're just kind of cheapy looking and easily damaged, and if you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. And then you can see there at the bottom, right by the shifter there's that little white plastic tube there with the stickers on it, and it's got the 2 fuel lines running up to the carb. That's a carburetor catch can that we run, so we don't get fuel all over the place if we dump our bikes on the race surface there at the kart track that we run at. I don't know if I said it, it came with a 26mm Mikuni with that head and cylinder kit that I bought. That's a pretty good carb. I'm probably going to upgrade to a flat side. They're a bit more finicky when it comes to tuning, but it's supposed to add at least another horsepower, which will be good. I ran an inline fuel filter just to add some added protection to my fuel system. It's got Two Brothers pretty much everything as far as the dress-up kit. And you can see the chain guide here, or not chain guide, the chain guard, the cover, another one of the covers. This isn't Two Brothers, that is a manual timing chain tensioner. I picked that up off of eBay. It was pretty much universal fit to a lot of different bikes, and it works pretty good. You don't have to worry about the automatic one going out, and then if that goes out, that's going to be a big problem. And then I got some engine breather set up. I got that from Fast 50s. It's a nice kit and everything, but it's a pain in the ass when you're running at an indoor track and you're trying to keep anything oily or slick off of the race surface. So I think I'm just going to cap it off at the other end where I've got an engine breather on it, because it just spews oil everywhere when you're really getting up in the RPM ranges, and you can see it. It looks like my bike's on fire almost because there's so much smoke because it's dripping on the muffler. But as you can see there, I got a FMF factory 4.1 titanium exhaust. If you don't like a lot of noise, this is not the pipe for you. I did not know how loud it was going to be, and I've definitely got the loudest bike at the track. It's got you can put an insert in there to quiet it down, but then that kills power a little bit, so I don't run it. But I mean, if you probably want something a little quieter, I'd go with a power core one. But it's definitely a good exhaust system. Sounds nice. Sounds like almost like my 450 when it's idling. I've got an over-the-top brake lever here. It's from Two Brothers. One of the bolts in here fell out, so I replaced it with 2 titanium anodized ones, and put some blue Loctite on there to hold them in there. I do have a manual clutch kit in here. Came with this whole clutch cover case. There's not a case, it's just a cover. And then it comes with the cable. You can see here it comes out, and then the lever over here. And there's not much length of pull on it, which kind of confused me, because on my big 450, you know, you got a lot of length of pull, so it doesn't seem like it's working or there's something wrong, but it's just minimal amount of movement and the thing's engaged or disengaged. So also, when you do these full manual kits, you take out your centrifugal clutch excuse me, and you place it, you put a shaft in there, it's got a gear on it, and when you take that centrifugal clutch out, that takes about 2 pounds off of your rotating mass of your engine, so this thing revs up super quick compared to any of the guys with the centrifugal kit. And I've noticed with a lot of, maybe it's just because I'm so heavy, I'm over 200 pounds, so the guys with I've rode that have the centrifugal clutch bikes, it takes them a minute for that thing to really engage. They've got motor work done and everything, the bikes are fast, but it just doesn't take off like a rocket like mine does. So any of the guys that have rode those, bikes and then have rode mine if they really wanted to do the manual clutch. But moving on, I've got a guy that at Planet Minis was selling these. It's that TAR 23. It's that torque arm. I just picked that up. It was like 35 bucks. Just a nice little bling factor. If you can see that really good in there. And what else? I replaced the whole wiring on this thing with a whole new set. It was only like 35 bucks for brand new wiring. And then I put a Trail Bikes CDI / rev box, whatever you want to call it, on here, and it upped like the RPM range of another 1500, and it really helps with this V2 head because the cam that's in there, it's all top end, so the more you can get, the better. But also got a Two Brothers skid plate there. I'm glad it worked with this oil cooler setup that's from Trail Bikes. I don't know if Trail Bikes sells that oil cooler anymore. I bought it off of a guy that had it brand new in the box, never used it, but I'm glad it worked with this because I thought there was going to be a bit of a clearance issue here, and I didn't want the line here hitting the exhaust because that sucker gets really hot really quick. I don't know if I said this already, but I got Two Brothers top triple clamp, and I got this anodized nut. I don't remember where I picked that up off of. I got the anodized Two Brothers fuel cap there, and then the blue bottom clamp here is actually a Red Baron, and then the steering stem that came with it. So it's all really nice looking stuff. The bars are Pro Taper, as you can see. And then the handguards are Magnum. And they just, yellow matches pretty well with the rest of the bike. And then, what else? The seat is a Two Brothers tall seat. Works pretty good for us taller guys that get on them, and we're already looking like a horse jockey on it. So you get pretty scrunched up on this, especially when you're trying to get around corners and you got to move on the bike, and so it kind of helps out. But yeah, that's the bike. I'll just kind of do a little bit of a walk around. I know there's one thing that I missed. It was an Outlaws shifter there. It's already boogered up from a fall. I don't know if I said the sprocket teeth were rear was a 37 and the front's a 14. I've got a whole breather set up for the engine. I think I might have said that already. I did put this IMS cable thing on there. Just kind of helped because this thing was getting wrapped around behind the number plate and it's kind of getting annoying. And then the one thing I did find online, almost missed it, was this brace here for the forks that kind of keeps them stiffer and keeps them from moving around, especially when you got a big guy like me on it. But yeah, that's my KLX110. If you guys are interested in the graphics, I think they were pretty sweet. I got them from Bentley GFX. That's his logo right there. The guy's out of Clio, Michigan. He's actually like just right down the road from where we race our big supermotos, and then hopefully we're gonna start racing these little ones out there. But guys, really good prices. I've done my little bike and my big bike from him, and wait till you guys see the big bike. That thing is ridiculous, especially the graphics he did for me. But then one other thing, the Motor City Supermoto guys here, that's who most of us race with. Let's make sure the bike doesn't fall over. That's where most of us are from, is Motor City Supermoto. So if you want to go and check us out, we have a Facebook page. I think there's a YouTube page too. I don't really have much to do with creating the videos there, but it's a lot of the guys that I hang out with. So basically that's my bike. I'll do a little break here in the video, and then I'm going to start it up and let you hear it idle. I can't really wrap it up or anything like that because I got neighbors and I'm old enough to care what they think. So I'll just come back and we'll have an idle video and then end it from there. So see you in a minute.